How much does it cost you when prospects visit your website and request to speak with one of your sales team members who responds quickly, but the person is simply shopping prices to compare you to your competitors? How much does it cost you when your best salesperson is sidelined because someone whose only goal is to haggle prices, ultimately distracting your star player from working with serious buyers? How much does it cost you when your sales member puts hours into developing the perfect quote and offer for a prospective customer only to have that person become angry because they couldn't get everything they wanted, no matter how unrealistic that was? What if I promised you'd never waste another minute on people who aren't serious about doing business with you ever again? This easy to follow video will guide you using 8 simple steps I use every day to increase lead conversions using my automated client relationship manager system. But first, what is a client relationship manager system anyway? Or what's more commonly referred to as a CRM. A CRM is software that's designed to do 2 things specifically. 1, provide you with lead intelligence. That determines how a prospect or current customer interacts with your business. The second thing it offers you is lead notifications. That has to do with when your prospect or current customers interact with your business. Now, you may be asking yourself, why should I care about how and when a prospect or customer interacts with my business? Strategically trained salespeople know the first objective to selling or promoting any product or service is to first identify your audience. That's right, your audience. Did you know that most every transaction can be boiled down to a simple equation? Take, for example, this young man. He's selling produce. He has a solution to someone's problem: hunger. Someone has a problem that needs to be resolved, and someone has a solution to solve that problem. But until the person with the solution accurately identifies the person with the problem to fit their solution, they're wasting incredible amounts of time and money trying to force fit a solution that probably isn't in the mind of the person they're reaching through their advertising and marketing. So imagine if you're selling vacuum cleaners. How much more intelligent and valuable would it be if you understood before you knocked on their door whether or not you have the best solution that the person is looking for? Having intelligent lead generation is one of the first ways to reduce wasting time and money knocking on doors of people who don't have carpeting, but rather have hardwood floors. That's the first reason why you should care enough to use a CRM system so that you never waste another minute on people who aren't serious about doing business with you. As a direct response marketer, I know that after your audience has been intelligently identified, the next important objective is to identify that thing that's going to get their attention, that's going to separate you from everyone else, causing them to take a step closer towards doing business with you rather than your competitors. What's that thing, you might ask? Well, it's bait. Your bait is that thing that holds value and interest for that prospective audience member. For example, how many times have you seen a business run a lead generation campaign asking you to share your contact information with them for something else that you might want? They may make you an offer, let's say like an iPad, for example. I see that often. But if you're not interested in an iPad, then you're not going to give them your information, and they're going to miss an opportunity to get your attention, even if they are ideally in possession of the solution to your problem. You know, the reality is that people are just very lazy and will seek the least degree of resistance to acquire the answer to their question or the solution to their problems. But to present them with your answer with the answer to their problem, you first must get their attention. Now, here's one of the very best ways to attract prospects today. It's known as education-based marketing material. For example, this business, Captain's Corner, a fishing charter business, they want to market and sell their product to fishing charter captains. So what did they do? They created education-based marketing material that would be of value and importance to a fishing charter boat captain. Once you've identified your ideal audience who's searching for the solutions that you're offering, the next step is to find something that they're more prone to find value in. A fishing boat captain isn't necessarily maybe interested in an iPad, but education-based marketing that would provide him solutions to help him understand how to better market his business, that sounds like something he'd be interested in, so he'd be more likely to provide his information and return and receive the service they're offering. The ideal audience will then do what comes naturally to them. If they want the bait you're attracting them with, they'll gladly submit their information to you, which increases your new leads with people who are more likely to be ideal prospects and paying customers, rather than a person who doesn't fish at all and hates going out in the open water. Now, I didn't forget my promise to show you the 8 simple steps I use every day to increase lead conversions using my automated client relationship manager system. But first, please turn off your devices, anything other than what you're watching this on, because what I'm about to share with you is not common knowledge. You won't want to miss any of it. First, a quick system overview. Remember, a client relationship manager system software is a cost-reductive, easy-to-use, and easy-to-manage way of communicating with your prospects and clients. It also enables your sales and marketing departments to leverage their time so they can provide the highest quality of service to your premium customers. Here's an example of a golf reservation system overview I use with one of my clients using Infusionsoft Keap C.R.M system. Again, gaining lead intelligence and lead notifications. I'm going to show you how this works in 8 quick, simple steps. Step 1, upload contact record. Once you get your information from the lead, whether they be a walk-in or someone who's actually calling in, visiting your website, you want to get your lead information from an external lead generating system. That can be an SMS conversation system, text messaging system. It could be a dedicated landing page with a specific offer. It could be a website with an opt-in platform. Whatever way you get your external lead information, you now want to put it seamlessly into your CRM system. Here's what the internal workings of Infusionsoft Keap system looks like. When you open it up, you're going to see your home page. Across the top of the page, you'll see the word add. Click on add and you'll see add contact. Click on add contact and it'll open up a contact record. This contact record is where you're going to now upload the information of the lead. In this case, I've used myself as an example. A. David Griffin, my work email, adavid@lowcountrypioneersolutions.com, phone number, the type of phone I'm using, preferably mobile phone number you want to ask for, and also a note to remind yourself as to what this person's initial contact was in regards to. Here, I'm making it a how-to instructional video. Remember to click Save up in the upper right-hand corner to save the contact. Step 2, tagging your contact. Now, tagging the contact is where the science kicks in. Here, you're going to go back to the contact record. You're going to go across to More, click More, drop-down menu opens up. You want to go to Tags. When you click on Tags, you're going to get a list of tags that you and your team have already generated to put into the system. In this case, Laura's golf travel package quote, because someone is contacting the business because they want to quote for a golf reservation. Apply the tag to A. David by clicking it on, and now you move simply to step 3. This all happens within a moment, what am I trying to say? A minute of moments? Okay, you get it. It's going to happen fast. First, positive touch. Now, after the contact has reached out to the business, a tag is now applied to their contact record, which will then initiate a message, in this case, a text message through SMS conversations, which will be an HTTP message within the system, which will generate a message to the prospective lead, giving them an option to make a decision. We want them to raise their hands and take a step of initiative, social commitment. It increases the conversion rate if they get more opportunities to respond in small, measured responses. Here, the message is simply, "Hi, my name is Laura, the package team supervisor. We received your request for a golf package quote. Are you still interested?" Simple introduction with a question. It provokes me as the prospect to make a decision, to either say yes or no. In this case, I said yes. So now Laura has received my response and now moves into step 4, which is adding a second trigger tag, which really begins the negotiation process. Going back into the Keap system, it could still be open, as a matter of fact, on her computer or laptop or iPad. You can even do this on your mobile device. Go to contacts, identify the correct contact, which would be me in this case. You'll notice there's already a trigger tag applied. We applied first, Laura's golf travel package quote. Now we look for the tag that's going to represent the action that I took. When I said yes, the trigger tag now that we're putting into the system and attached to my contact is golf prospect said yes. I could have said no. If you look above, you'll see golf prospect said no. In this case, I said yes. Select yes, apply tag to my contact record. Now I've gotten 2 tags applied to my contact record. Now, once Laura receives the yes response, a very natural process takes place. She would simply text back, "Do you have a few moments to speak now regarding your quote, your travel plans?" Or she could email. She has the information. I recommend text message. Once they're in that channel, keep them in that channel. Text them back. I would say, "Okay, sure, let's talk now," or "Let's talk after 2 o'clock," whatever the case may be. Very natural, very organic conversation. Once Laura gets me on the phone, she's going to do step 5, which is now the second positive touch, which is the true negotiation. Here is where she picks up the phone and we have a conversation regarding my problems. What am I looking for in making a reservation? She's going to be asking probing questions. She's going to try to identify what is the cause of my call. Why am I calling them? Have I tried to make reservations with other businesses? She's going to do some active listening, which is the highest negotiating skill to acquire. She's also going to engage in a small dance with me, because in negotiations is some twirling, some spinning, some pulling, some pushing, but it's also like an arm wrestling match. An arm wrestling match where many times a prospective customer will want what they want, and they'll want everything they want, even if it's unrealistic. And it's a good, savvy, professional, strategic salesperson who knows how to handle the dance and the arm wrestle, always leading the prospect, never being led around by the nose, as Chet Holmes says in his book, The Ultimate Sales Machine. Because ultimately, they want to win, but you want to win so that everyone wins and there's a win-win across the board. Step 6, review the agreement. Now, once you've hashed out and really listened for their pain points and understood what they're trying to solve and the problems they're trying to resolve, you go back to them and you ask them, well, how has this been? Have we provided everything that you need? Is there anything more that you need? Have we met your expectations? Have we exceeded them? What is it that's missing? And if the person begins to hem and haw and not be quite sure, there's a tactic by David Sandler known as a reverse sell or strip lining, where you pull back the agreement and you say, well, listen, obviously, this might not be exactly what you need at this time. Don't be afraid to pull back your offer, because you're agreeing, you're moving through this to review it so that they're aware that you're aware of them being aware of the problems that they presented. You've worked together, you've spent a little bit of time. It could have been 10 minutes, it could have been 2 hours, but you've done everything you can to give them what they need. Now, and I hope it's not 2 hours. Now, you move to the third positive touch, which is mutual agreement. This is a critical stage, because here you only want to provide them with an agreement or a quote or a contract if both of you all agree to move forward to the next stage. This is incredibly important to getting to step 7, which is confirming the agreement. Now, once the agreement has been confirmed, you've reviewed it, you've discussed it, you're sure this is what you want to do, they want to do, you want to do it together. Now she's going to go back into the system a third and final time and add another trigger tag. In this case, it's the golf package quote that's been requested. She'll go back into the contact record, add that quote, and then that will ignite a sequence going to me, which is the golf package confirmation sequence, already been predetermined, pre-written out as an email with from her to me, reminding me of who she is, what we discussed, and basically saying, hey, here's the agreement that we discussed. Here's the quote. It's now in your hands. The probability and the increase of a sale conversion taking place is about 20 to 30 times higher now because of these simple steps we've put in. And we've also disqualified people who would just wasted our time on the front end. Again, never wanting to waste time with people who don't intend to do business with us. You know, good marketing repels as well as attracts. So going back now, at least 2 days after they've received that quote, they're going to receive a customer survey feedback sent to them, which is going to come from her boss, which is basically going to say, hi, I'm Todd. This is, we're happy to hope that our package team was able to help you with everything you needed. Please click here to access a satisfaction survey. Once they do that, then the customer feedback is sent to them automatically. Again, Laura doesn't have to do anything else except go on now and give her attention to people who are already spending money with her and people who are already qualified through this process to spend more money. So when the web form is completed, basically asking the person 3 simple questions. Do you feel we responded to your questions quickly? Was our package team employee polite? Did our package team exceed your expectations? Also asking them if you'd like to share any further information. Ask them to provide their first and last name and email, and to please click submit. Every one of these steps that you're asking them to do brings them closer into the conversion process. All the research and experience shows us that. In my closing comments, I want you to know that this process is proven consistently to be highly effective at monitoring sales, labor costs, and customer care objectives when implemented with an emphasis upon increasing sales strategies and quality sales training. In other words, it's not a lazy person's game. You have to be energetic and highly efficient, and you want your sales to increase. We provide Nexus Deep Channel strategic sales training for our clients, which helps keep them motivated and also measuring their successes. If you have any more questions, please schedule a personal strategy session with me at your convenience. Oh, by the way, this was not a paid promotional on any behalf by Infusionsoft Keap Incorporated. They happen to be the system that I currently use. I've used a few others in the past, but I've found most success and ease of use with Infusionsoft Keap. And remember, we go where others can't to get you what you want, the money to grow your business and live the life you've always dreamed was possible as a small business owner. A. David Griffin, Low Country Pioneer Solutions. God's grace and peace on the rest of your journey.